Alright, this is a video of my friend's Redragon keyboard before I mod it. This sound. Do a typing test. Oh, caps lock as well. Alright, typing test. Should have probably used a wrist rest. Hold on. Dude, we get a wrist rest really quick. Alright, let's go. Alright, typing test again. Set. Go. Alright, 80, so that was actually not that bad, even though I mistaked a lot. Alright, so this is what the modifiers sound like, the stabilized modifiers. The shift, this thing keeps. Spacebar. So yeah, so this is a hot swap Redragon keyboard, and I'm about to throw some ice purples in there that I've already lubed. Alright, I just want to make one quick PSA, because honestly, fuck whoever did this. Alright. Sorry for cussing, but I gotta cuss. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you see these little sleeves, these little. So if you buy Outemu switches, specifically like the 3-pins for like your hot swap Outemu boards, you got to remove these because the pins on a regular Outemu switch, you won't be able to fit them in, basically. And also I wanted to do just like another PSA because people always mention about the thickness or the thinness of Outemu switches. So this is an Outemu switch right here, so you can see the pins, and this is a kale cream. You can see the pins on the kale cream are much wider. So that's one of the problems. That's why you can't normally fit the kale sockets in the Outemu plugs, or the Outemu sockets actually, yeah. You can't fit the kale switches on the kale switches on the Outemu sockets because of the width. But what you can do is, if you have patience, you can grind these down or sand them down with something. Can't get it to focus. There it is. Yeah, you can see the thickness. Alright, yeah, this is Outemu blue. And so yeah, so PSA, if you get them, you gotta remove them, and these are really hard to remove. Like the way I'm doing this, let's see, it's kind of hard to do it off camera, but I use metal tweezers, try to pry underneath, and then using the same tweezers, run them through underneath the little sleeve, and now they come out and then they fly everywhere. But yeah, they're a bitch to get out. But yeah, you gotta remove them. For example, if you get like this ice, you gotta remove those sleeves, otherwise you won't be able to fit them in. I just took your keyboard apart and had to bust this shit out, cause that shit was wild. I just finished cleaning your PCB. It's completely clean. If you want to see how dirty it was, just look at this. Just look at that. All the crap that was in there. I also took out your stabs, and I haven't cleaned the stabs yet, but I'm about to run them through the ultrasonic cleaner, maybe, or I'm probably just clean them by hand, because I don't want to wait on them drying out. I still have to clean that though. That's a mess in there. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. And if you ever want to mod your keyboard in the future, this thing is easy. This is a steel plate, dude. You can just sand this down and paint this. This plastic piece comes off. The Redragon logo right there comes off. There's like no electronics. Like the lights to light up the little things comes from the PCB. Yeah. Alright. Time to finish cleaning this thing and then putting it back together. Just a quick update. I just finished washing this thing. This is the case. This thing was so, I don't want to say disgusting, but it was nasty. Had to wash it because there was so much crap around the corners and the edges that I couldn't get on with Q-tips and stuff. And no, I did not wash the cable. But this thing has a cable detachable. If later in the future you want to mod this thing, you can actually get a paracord and paracord your cable, so it looks like it's braided. And because it's detachable, there's actually like a little module thing you can buy online. I think it's like $5 or $10. Attach it to your motherboard, your keyboard and motherboard, and you connect it here, and it becomes a detachable. Basically, instead of being wired in all the time, it becomes a detachable cable. Like you can plug in USB-C or USB-B or whatever. That would be one cool mod, but unfortunately I did not think of that. But yeah, this keyboard is like really easy to mod, really easy to take apart. I just take apart your stabilizers, clean them, bought to clip them, lube them and grease them, and then start putting this bad boy back together. Alright, just a quick update. I just clipped, lubed and greased the stabilizers. I'm about to foam pad the case and then put everything back together, and then we're gonna do a sound test. Apologies for the barking dogs. Some neighbors, dogs. Anyways, foam padded the bottom case. I know it looks like, what the fuck is this? But this is just to dampen the sound. instead of making the keyboard sound like you're typing on something hollow, it's gonna sound like you're typing on something solid. This is neoprene foam, so it's like kind of thick, like here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have my caliper on me to tell you what's the thickness, but yeah, it's pretty thick foam. And so you lay the PCB over it on your case, and you see how there's like tension now. Before it would probably just fall. So once I apply the what's it called? The plate. It's gonna put more tension, more pressure. So it's gonna force the PCB to be closer against the foam. And it's gonna remove any kind of like internal rattle. And then next, I'm gonna Bandaid mod where the stabilizers go with Bandaid tape. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop here, stop recording here, and then I'm gonna show afterwards. Once again, I apologize for the barking dogs. This is what the Bandaid mod looks like. You basically put the Bandaid, know where the stabilizers generally hit the PCB. Oh, that one needs a little work. So what happens is the plastic bit of the stabilizer, instead of hitting the PCB, it hits the Bandaid tape. So it kind of creates like a cushion for it. I gotta fix these and that one there. Alright, one more video before I finish closing everything up. Fully assembled. As you can see, Bandaid mounted, foam padded. Now I'm going to show you one more trick. Like in case you get like a budget board like this, one really good way to fix keyboard rattle is another type of Bandaid mode that's not really mentioned a lot or discussed a lot. But take some little strips of Bandaid tape, sorry for the fucking helicopters here. Trying to figure out which way does this thing go. Orientation. It looks like it clips in this way, right? Okay, so you see where it clips the back ends? What you want to do is you want to take some tape, little strips of tape, pet it. Actually, no, not where it clips, because then that's gonna prevent it from clipping. Actually, they have to be smaller than this. These are actually still too big. So it doesn't take a lot. There it is. So you're gonna take your tape, put it right there. Where actually, not where it clips, but where it makes contact. The stabilizer with the plate. So what this is gonna do is gonna decrease the tolerance between the, how would you call it? How would you say it? The area, it decreases the tolerance between the area where it contacts the plate. So, if everything is correct, as you can see, there's a little more stuff in there. And then maybe you can actually put it here, but I wouldn't advise on the sides where it clips, because then it can unclip. I've had that happen. So That's from my experience. But yeah, you want to put it in the areas where fuck, there's a term in engineering. I should know it too. Where the interface, or where the surfaces interface. Yeah, but basically you just want to put the little strips where the two surfaces interface with each other. And that's just going to decrease the tolerance a bit. I mean, you can stack, you could probably put more tape, more Bandaid tape if you want to make it thicker, decrease it even more. I should probably show one with and without, huh? So it won't sound like I'm just talking out my ass. Alright, I'll show it on the delete or backspace right now. So you can see what I'm talking about. This thing's still recording, yeah, stuff. Cool. Hopefully my gimbal doesn't die. But yeah, if you're in a budget and you don't have screw-in stabs, like this one doesn't support screw-in stabs. This Redragon. This is a really cheap, inexpensive fix for your rattling stabilizers. And then there's also one more trick after this. Alright, so you know all these are Bandaid modded, right? Let's take a look at one that's not. That's kind of hard to tell from the camera. But, see if I can zoom in. Okay, this one, right? You see how there's all that play? I'm kind of shaking the stabilizer. This one is a lot stiffer than this one. You can actually hear it lick. You can't hear that one. So that's one really inexpensive way to mod your stabilizers. Alright, so I'm back in my room, and fortunately I didn't get enough switches. I thought the Redragons were like 60%, so I got 64 keys. So I'm gonna have to use blues to fill in the function and the nav cluster. But I just wanted to record this because in order to compare the ice purples, I took 3 control samples that are not lubed. So these 3 are not lubed. So we're gonna hear the sound difference once I put this all together. And they're gonna go on the 1, 2, and 3. Just so you guys know. Alright. Apologize for the mess. Just have to put it all together. So these are the keycaps. What did I for Chris? And Chris. Probably shouldn't say your name, but these are ice purples, so they're called. They're made from the same company that makes the same stock switches that came on this keyboard. So let's see. Oh snap! This spacebar is kind of warped. Oh my god, it's not meeting. What the fuck? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to check the spacebar because spacebar's kind of twisted. I'm wondering if it's catching the stabilizer, but you can already hear the difference between the stock rattly stabilizer and this. What the fuck is going on here? I'll have to check this thing out again. Seems getting caught. Alright, I'm gonna stop the video here. Alright, apologize for the mess again. So I figured out what was wrong with the stabilizers. It's just the freaking stems, I put them on backwards. It's causing them to get stuck. But you can hear the stabilize, the difference. Oh my god, this feels so good. These are clip-on stabilizers, so I did my best to try to make them not sound like shit. Oh my god, this shit sounds so good. Spacebar could use some work, but I think it's because of the keycap is kind of warped. It's kind of twisted. There's another spacebar that I actually ordered, which is like a Pikachu one, but that one just hasn't arrived. Hopefully that one will be straight. Alright. Time to do a type test. Two fast fingers. There it is. Okay. Hopefully I don't have caps lock on. Also, I don't know how to control the RGB, so even though it looks like the RGBs aren't lighting up, it's just because this is what Chris, my friend, had them on. Also, once again, I didn't have enough ice purples to do everything, so all the function and nav clusters still using cherry blues. The rest is all ice purples. Alright, let's go. Okay, 17, that was shit. Redo. Gotta stay how tight looks this up. 84, not bad. Okay. I didn't get 90 this time, but 84 is good. So, I'm freaking impressed. The quality. Normally, my other pre-built boards, all I'm able to do is just super lube them with the spray lube. And I'm not able to take the stabilizers out because, you know, the switches are soldered in, and I don't feel like desoldering them. But this one, since it's hot swap or Outemu hot swap, I was able to take apart everything, as you're gonna probably see once I upload all the videos. And then I apply foam damp. You saw the Bandaid mod, or you'll probably see the Bandaid mod in parts of the video. I'll probably do it all in one video, like all different sections. But you just hear these keys, dude. Like, come on, dude. These keys sound dank as hell, dude. It's like it has like a reverb or something. The bottom out, and then also, I don't know if it's gonna come out, but the 1, 2, and 3 are unlubed ice purples. This is what unlubed. They kind of sound like a fucking broken, like a broken cherry blue. And once again, all of these were lubed using a similar mix that I use for Krytox, or a similar method, which is you take a very high viscosity lubricant. In this case, I use Super Lube 51004, and you mix this with another, like a type of grease, or in this case, it's 21030. You mix them up, and you get a consistency that looks kind of like, you know, the thing that comes out when you're watching them porns. So that's what it looks like. And it has a similar consistency to if you mix Krytox 205 G2, because I was stupid. I bought Krytox 205 G2, and when you mix it with 105, so yeah. So when you mix both of these, you get a similar consistency to this. And I've actually been testing this for almost a month on my own keyboard, on some Cherry MX Browns and MX Blacks, and I was so happy with the result. You could probably see that video. I'll probably link it somewhere in the bottom, but you can't even tell the difference between the Krytox lube and the Super Lube switches. They both sound similar, and after almost a month of use, constant use, is my daily keyboard, they're still like lubricated. They still feel as smooth as the first day I applied it. And these, I mean, you can just hear the sound. It just sounds, it sounds so dank. That's all I'm gonna say. And then for clip-on stabs, this was really good. Actually, that's not stabilized. This one is. This one will probably sound better again once I get that other spacebar. And also, I haven't gotten the Artisan, which is an escape key. But yeah, once I get those, I'll probably ask my friend Chris to take pictures of his keyboard at his house with the Artisans, space and escape. But yeah. So, Redragon, it's a $30 keyboard, hot swappable. This is what you can do.